The Gateway Pundit reports that the deep state swamp creature Andrew McCabe testified for 7.5 hours behind closed doors to the House Intelligence Committee this week, and not one tidbit of information was leaked to CNN. And everyone noticed, though, as Fox reports, his testimony, however, contained numerous conflicts with the testimony of previous witnesses, prompting the Republican majority staff of the House Intelligence Committee to issue fresh subpoenas next week on the Justice Department and FBI personnel. Take a look.
7.5 hours. That is almost a full workday's worth of testimony. But House Intel Committee members were tight-lipped about what Andrew McCabe said amid calls for his firing over allegations of conflicts of interest and anti-Trump political prejudice. It's just the latest development in the controversy around text exchange between FBI officials Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, who worked on Robert Mueller's Russia probe, as well as links between DOJ officials, like you mentioned, Bruce Orr, and Fusion GPS, which created that anti-Trump dossier. Republicans on the committee were also expected to press McCabe on whether he should have recused himself from the Hillary Clinton email investigation. That's because McCabe's wife received money for her Virginia State Senate campaign from donors linked to Clinton.
I don't want this testimony to just occur behind closed doors. One of the things Congressman Biggs and I are fighting for are subpoenas so that before the Judiciary Committee and all of the American people, we can get answers to these questions, expose the bias that we know exists, and ensure that we have a rule of law that we can rely on again in this country.
The American people need them to come in because the bias is so palpable, it's so real, and when that happens, nobody believes that anybody's going to get a fair investigation in any level.
Despite the new subpoenas, who some speculate will be demoted DOJ official Bruce G. Orr, who met with the Fusion GPS while his wife worked for the dirty dossier firm, and FBI General Counsel James Baker, no other stories were leaked to CNN. I wonder why. Now, Fox reports that investigators say McCabe recounted to the panel how hard the FBI had worked to verify the contents of the anti-Trump dossier and stood by its credibility. But when pressed to identify what in this salacious document the Bureau had actually corroborated, well, the sources say McCabe cited the fact that Trump campaign advisor Carter Page had traveled to Moscow. Beyond that, investigators said McCabe could not even say the Bureau had vetted the dossier's allegations about specific meetings that Page supposedly held in Moscow. They continue that the sources said when he was asked, when he learned that the dossier had been funded by the Hillary Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee, McCabe claimed he couldn't recall, despite the reported existence of documents with McCabe's own signature on them establishing his knowledge of the dossier's financing and provenance. It's a good thing, however, something did get out, and hopefully we'll soon find out the truth behind it all. Now, what's the most telling is what wasn't said. The fact that I can't recall. See, he's contradicting his own statements. He's contradicting other testimonies. And this peels back another layer of the onion, another layer of the investigation. So while it may appear as not much was revealed during this testimony, so much was revealed. Because it was what was said and what was contradicted. And the fact that they have documents with his signature on it showing that he knows exactly who funded it, but then can't recall under testimony, under oath, proves that he is a shill